What's going on, everybody? Chump Change XD. Hope you're all staying healthy and having a great day. So in this video, I want to hook up this new card we got here. This is a GIGABYTE 6600 XT. It's the Eagle version. And yeah, I want to see how it compares to the other two 6600 XTs that we have. They are right there. There is a Sapphire Pulse, and then we also have the ASRock version of the 6600 XT. So what we're gonna do is take one of these cards off of this RebTech board. I think I want to take off this 3060 Ti, the Aorus version, and I'm going to bring that down to this motherboard, and I think I might end up hanging this card and the Aorus. This is the 3070 MSI Gaming Trio. And I have a port right here. Kind of hard to see, but it's super tight. It's like literally directly underneath this card. Even if I was to pick it over a bit and stand it up, it's still gonna be a tight squeeze. So I'm gonna see if I could squeeze a cord in there and just hang the Aorus like right here. But if that doesn't work, then I'm going to have to remove both cards and hang them both. I was super concerned with this rig getting too hot to begin with. And as you guys can see, it's not super hot outside, and even when it was, this rig stayed at a pretty decent temperature. So in addition to us doing that, I would like to finally get the other 4 Shelly switches hooked up. So I got the kit, the tools, the riser that I need for the card. I got the new switches in, which is nice. We actually got some more 6-pin to 6+2 pin extensions because I need to remove all of these guys right here. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this card hooked up. We're gonna get back into the PC. I gotta shut down CCXD7, which is my RebTech board right there. Totally forgot. Server PSU is still sending power to the cards, but the RebTech board shut off, so I just killed the board at the server PSU. Alright, so now we need to get out this crazy BS that I had to do because I didn't have any more 6 to 6+2 pin splitters, or breakout board extensions rather. So I had to use splitters to make the connection. Basically I used the male and the male of the splitter, and then this was just the jumper in the middle. So I want to remove these and get the actual breakout board cables hooked up to it. So just like that, they're all swapped out. So I got the 6-pin male to the 6+2 pin males all plugged into the cards and the splitters, and we have this extra one for the card that's right there. All right, so we got the Aorus down, the 3060 Ti, and now we got to throw a hanger on this card right here. And we're gonna snag this riser and throw it on right there. So you guys might be asking, why am I taking a perfectly fine rig apart instead of just adding the 6600 XT to this rig? The reason behind that is because the kernel and everything is already updated inside HiveOS, like the drivers and all that, for the 6600s that are in the back of this rig. So to simplify my life so I don't have any more issues with this 3060 rig on this riserless motherboard, I'm just gonna swap the cards because I know the 3060 Ti, just like this 3070, is going to work just fine on this rig. All right, she's all built up, ready to go. Now we're gonna get this card hung back here. Just like so. Gonna take this power cable, plug it in, and I'm actually gonna use the USB that's already plugged into the same spot the 3060 Ti was. Alright, all plugged in. Now let's turn it on, and I gotta get into HiveOS and actually stop the miner immediately so I can adjust the clocks. Alright, everything's jumping on. RebTech's on. Alright, let's jump right into HiveOS. Alright, so just so you guys know, when you end up moving around cards, these clocks get thrown all over the place, so I just had to update all my clocks on all these cards. So now what I'm going to do is restart the miner, and let's see what happens. Alright, so now for some reason my Sapphire Pulse card is not reading inside Hive OS. So now I gotta troubleshoot this. Alright, so they're all registering now, which is a good thing. Refresh, make sure nothing dropped off. Excellent. Okay, so that's all good. These are all registering, they're all on. I didn't have to mess with any of the USBs. All I did was shut down the breakout board, like a hard restart, restarted it, and I wiggled the cable, or the USB cable rather, on that card, and it started working just fine. So I don't know if that was actually an issue or not, but whatever, it works. So now what I need to do is hook up this 3060 Ti to this board. So we're going to stop this miner and get this thing hooked up. So look at that. Come to find out, the riser that I just threw on this card right up above has one of those sideways outlet USBs. So it actually works perfect. It just rides right under the fans, goes up to this card. I split it into the cables on the back side. Kind of a disaster, but you know what? I think it's gonna work. So I'm gonna power this thing on and hope for the best. Power button. She's on. Everything's spinning. It kind of forced these cards a little closer together than I would like, but I mean, it's still got a decent gap on the bottom. I could definitely move this over if I wanted to. I was thinking about just taking this little SATA end that I have from the Shelly switches and kind of putting it right here. I don't know if that's a good move or not. To be honest, I think it is. It gives it a little more clearance and it's not like dead against the other one, so I'm gonna leave that like that. I think it'll work. All right, she's registering in Hive. Let's see what happens. All right, so I just got in here and I stopped the miner. As you guys can see, GPU 7 wasn't there. It was 0 through 6. So I added the 3060 Ti. It pushed all these down. So now the clocks actually stayed the same, and it just doubled onto the new card that I put in right there in the third slot. So I'm gonna adjust those quite a bit. And actually, they're pretty close. So I'll adjust those a little bit, but we need to go into the flight sheet, and I need to change the order of GPUs. So 0 and 2 need to be mining Ethereum to the wife's wallet, and Ergo needs to be on 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you go to the flight sheet, you hit edit, the 3 dots, edit. Then what you do is you go to the setup miner config, and what you want to do is on the one for T-Rex miner, we're going to put a comma and a 2 to make it pull that card. So that's what T-Rex miner is going to do. Now we'll go to NB miner. So we took out number 2 and we're going to add number 7. Then we're going to apply the changes and we're going to update the flight sheet. And we're going to do for all workers. And now we're going to hit the rocket ship to make it start mining. I'm going to check the clocks real quick on what it was before, and if these are okay, then I'll just leave it. So let's make sure it fires up, and if I need to stop the miner and adjust the clocks, I will, but I just want to make sure it works. Alright, so to be honest, I actually like those numbers. We got 62 just about on the 3070 and 61.46. I'm sure they could be tweaked a little bit, but you know what? These clocks are actually fine, so I'm going to leave it there. The wife's going to be pumped that she actually got a free card out of the deal today. Alright, so now I'm going to throw the Shellys on these 3, and I think we're going to call it a day. Let's do it. I spared you guys on watching me tie these back together. Please reference my other video if you guys don't know what these are. All right, so we got one left, but check this out. Literally every one of my rigs really pisses me off that they're not in order because I set them up out of order. So I don't know if I can change that inside this app. But guys, this is the best $80 or whatever it was that I have ever spent on these little blue Wi-Fi switches. I could literally be on vacation with the family. One of these rigs could shut down and I could pop any one of them off and on with a click of a button. So now what I'm going to do is try to hook one up to here. This set of pins right here that you guys can see in the yellow, I believe that's the set that I need to hook up to. If you guys don't know how to do this, please again reference my other videos that I have on these. And if you need help inside settings, if you can't get this thing to work, let me know inside Discord and I'll send you guys my settings for the Shelly Wi-Fi switch. I know a couple people's settings were a little screwed up or a little different from what I had and they couldn't get them to work properly, but I mean, these things have been working great for me. So yeah, let's hook this thing up. I'll show you how to do it. So basically, I'm just gonna lay the switch there. It's okay if you plug this thing in with it live, obviously, just be careful. That's why I put the actual terminal ends on the switch. So we're gonna plug this thing in right here. Now this right here, basically just sit there, and I do not connect to this end yet because there's no reason to shut off and restart my rigs. So I get into my phone, I'm gonna connect this thing to the app. I'm gonna test it, click it on, click it off. Like you can feel the click inside the thing and you can hear it. So I basically confirm that it works and then I just plug it in. So there's really nothing to it, guys. That's pretty much it. All right, so once you're in the app, you're gonna click the 3 lines up top. You're gonna choose add device. It's gonna log you into your Wi-Fi network. You're gonna hit the check mark after you do that. Choose the device you have. That's the one we have, the little blue Shelly switch. And it'll say, Shelly wants to join the network. So you click join. You let it do its thing. It takes a minute or 2. There you go, success. It was added to the network. So now basically you just wait in the home screen and you see the top just drop down like that. You're gonna click on it and you're gonna choose click to add device. This is CCXD8. We're gonna click the mining room, the same picture for all of them because it doesn't matter. And you're gonna choose relay and then save device. Then it's gonna say, would you like to connect Shelly device to the cloud? Click yes. Let it do its thing. It's going to take a minute to do this. So once it connects to the cloud, then you can remotely manage this rig from anywhere in the world, theoretically. There you go. Device is successfully added to the Shelly cloud. CCXD8. Look at that. All 7 rigs. The only one I have left is actually number 7. It's on the RevTech motherboard. I actually have not disconnected the other Shelly Wi-Fi switch like you guys saw from my network from testing these to begin with. So I still have to do that. Once that's done, I'll come back and try to mess with this rig right here. But guys, until then, everything's going great. So now we have 2 8-card rigs in the middle. We have 6 13-card rigs all the way around. And this rack is pretty much loaded. The only thing we need to do now is get another RevTech board and 8 more cards hanging down in the bottom. Once we do that, this rack's pretty much gonna be full, and then guess what? We're gonna be starting the next one. So please stay tuned for that. But guys, I appreciate you all for watching. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace out.